whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. And today we will be trying a Mortlach whiskey from an independent Belgian bottler by the name of Brachadair. Brachadair is the name of a Belgian bottler that around 3 years ago made quite an entrance. They had 3 single casks which immediately put Brachadair on the map. They had if I remember correctly, a Brevel 1991, an Aran 1996 and a Lefroy 1998. They were all single casks at cask strength and they were all good. But then all of a sudden, everything went rather quiet around Brachadair. It was as if they had disappeared, but that is only until now. Patrick and his team have finally been able to secure an excise bond from the government, and now they can truly get into higher gear. They recently released a Klein Leash, but now they have this one, a Mortlach aged 19 years. Mortlach 1997. It was distilled in June 1997 and bottled in July 2016, thus making this Mortlach the full 19 years old. By the way, Brachadair is actually Gaelic, meaning brewer or malter, and it is actually derived from the Latin word braziator, and that's where the name Brachadair comes from. Anyway, Mortlach, that's what we're trying here. Mortlach is a Speyside distillery. It is owned by Diageo, and in fact, the Mortlach distillery in Dufftown, their single malt until recently was only available in the Flora and Fauna series. Remember that one? As a 16-year-old, but there was no other Mortlach single malt on the market. This is, after all, a factory that produces mostly for Johnny Walker. The Mortlach whiskey is actually quite chewy, and I'm not referring to Han Solo's sidekick in Star Wars here. No, chewy in the sense that it is very thick and heavy malt, and it's a fingerprint malt in Johnny Walker. But in 2015. Diageo decides to relaunch, to rebrand Mortlach and to put it on the market again, but this time as a premium single malt. So I'm not sure what exactly happened. Either Gandalf went to do the warehouses and did some magic tricks, or maybe they invited Luke Skywalker to use the Force on their stills, but all of a sudden there are 3 new releases by Mortlach, only in 50 centiliter bottles, but the prices skyrocket. I'll give you an example. The Rare Old, which is actually a non-age statement whiskey, is suddenly 70 euros for a 50 centiliter bottle. Their 18-year-old, half a liter, 250 euro. And then there is the old one, the Mortlach 25-year-old. All right, I agree, it is a quarter of a century old, but the Mortlach 25-year-old, which is only 6 years more than this one, is going to cost you 800 euros for a 50 centiliter bottle. I'll be honest, I think that is quite ridiculous. So thank the maker for independent bottlers like Brachadair, because this bottle is not even 150 euro, you know? And this is 19-year-old single cask at cask strength, and in this case, this Mortlach is bottled at a whopping 54.3% ABV. Now that's the kind of Mortlach I would like to try. So let's give this one a go. It's a deep copper, old golden to deep copper on the color, on the nose. Wow. Oh yes, this is a dark Mortlach, if you know what I mean. Dark in the sense that it offers milk chocolate, some brown sugar. I get some nuts, some praline, Arabica coffee. This is really good. Caramel. This is, I would call it Moorish, if you know what I mean. Wow, baked banana, marzipan, coconut. It's all there and much more, and it's all good on the palate then. Like I said, wonderful mouthfeel, chewy, very thick, syrupy almost. And it's creamy to almost syrupy. And it's spicy as well. I get loads of spices. I get some ginger, some pepper. But again, it's followed by some cinnamon. It is followed by saffron. All of this is dark and Moorish. It's a good continuation of the nose. Let me put it that way, because again, I get this dark espresso with some whipped cream in there, which is quite nice. Some brown sugar again, dark fruit. This is quite stunning. You're going to love this. Well, I kid you not, I get some green notes as well. Like, it's all the way in the back, but it's like sage or parsley. I kid you not, some green garden herbs. But again, it works wonders. They go hand in glove, all these aromas, all these tastes. This is wonderful. Right, on the finish. The finish is medium long, spicy, warm, fruity. It may be one-dimensional, it's all in the same league, all very Moorish, but it is such a lovely whiskey. This is, wow, this one certainly deserves the nickname that Mortlach Distillery has received. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but Mortlach is often referred to as the Beast of Dufftown. Well, in this case, this single cask certainly is a Beast of Dufftown. It's €130 for a bottle, so well worth seeking out. A 19-year-old 1997 Mortlach single cask at cask strength. Brachadair. Patrick, you have done tremendously well. This is a single cask to remember. This is what I would call quite a comeback. So Brachadair, welcome back. Thank you for bringing this Mortlach to our shelves. And that's all for this Whisky Rambling. And I hope to see you again at one of Mark's Whisky Ramblings real soon. And until then,